Hello everyone, welcome back for another War Thunder First 10 with the Imperial Japanese Army. At least I think this one would be Army. I don't know, I could actually be wrong. I forgot that they have Navy, infantry, and everything, and yeah, anyway. Anyway, this is with the Tier 1 1.3 medium tank, the Chiha, and good driving there, Gepard. Yeah, I guess I'll go this way. Since you can't figure out how to... Get off me, dude! Anyway, this is the tank that I got the talisman for while I was driving the first 10 for the Horo. So, that's basically the reason why I decided to do this one. I believe after this tank, I'm probably going to skip the rest of the Tier 1 Japanese tanks and just start doing first 10s for the Tier 2s and up, because there's a lot of Tier 1s, and it's a lot of effort to go through to make these videos, to record a first 10, and I just think I'm going to skip the Tier 1s. Thanks for costing me the capture there, Gepard. Appreciate that. I'm gonna guess that the turret rotation is not gonna be anything to write home about in this baby. Oh my goodness, look at that turret rotation. Holy cow, that's awful. Oh, come on, don't drown, don't drown, get up out of there. Okay. Ooh, hello. Oh my god! What a joke this thing is going to be. Good thing I got a talisman for this. I don't have a breach. What a great vehicle this is gonna be. I'm so glad I won a talisman for this thing. Okay. On to battle number 2. Okay, here's battle number 2. Let's hope it goes a little better than battle number 1. At least, hopefully, I won't get bumped out of the way of getting to the capture point, so that's good. Let's see, I finished parts, horizontal drive, FPE, adjustment of fire, and started on filters after the first battle. After all the nothing that I did in the first battle. That's how much having the talisman and I guess the premium account helps you, and low-tier tanks where the research cost is extremely low. I don't have any research booster turned on, of course, because this is a Tier 1 tank, and that is an utter and complete waste. If it's all you have and you're in a real big hurry to get to higher tier tanks, then by all means go ahead and use it if you're just starting to play, but if you're starting and you just like break into one nation or something, do not waste your... Don't waste your research boosters unless they're going to expire and you really don't have anything higher tier to use, which is, of course, possible. Oh, hello, LVT. I looked down at my mini-map for a second there to see where everybody else was on the team, and then when I looked back up, there was the LVT. So when you're screaming at your screen that I didn't see the LVT, it's because I was looking down at the mini-map to see where all the rest of the team was. And then when I looked up, there he was. Alright, everybody. This will be battle number 3. After battle number 2, I was able to finish elevation mechanism, tracks, suspension, filters, and most of crew replenishment. That's what it was. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, most of you aren't going to have the talisman for this thing, so it does throw the first 10 research calculations off a little bit, but basically, you can kind of figure half the time it's going to take me. I mean, double the time it's going to take me to spade this thing out, because I'm pretty sure It's going to end up being spaded throughout this first 10. That turret traverse, though, oof, I would not recommend driving this thing too often if you can help it. The turret traverse alone is going to get you killed a lot. Oh my god. I saw the A-13 there. Right the hole, I got him. I was just getting ready to mark him on the map and then move forward with the rest of these guys, but that works too. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh, look how low velocity the gun is. My goodness. You could see you could follow the flight path of the shell. It was so slow. Oh man, that's funny. Boy, that turret traverse though. Woo-wee. And they're capturing Zone C behind us. Are you really not seeing that guy behind us there, Panzer 4C? That poor World War I looking mofo right here, or like 1920, basically. The IGO Co. I'm tempted to just sit here and keep fighting at sea, which is pretty much what I'm certainly not going to go contest them at A, that's for sure. Can't tell if I just saw somebody shoot up here or what that was. Alright, well, we're gonna let them have A. At least I am. I'm not even close to contesting them for A. Oh, before I forget. We must go defend the bee for the Emperor. There. Got it out of the way early today. Well, baby kicked it up a notch there. A momentary burst of speed, and then we ran out. Nobody up there, nobody up there, nobody up there. I swear I just heard something shooting, but I'm not sure, actually. I'm really looking forward to the Type 60 with the double recoilless rifles. I'm kind of excited to get up to that thing. It'll be a little while before I make it that far, but I'm looking forward to getting that. That should be a pretty interesting first 10, I think. I was fighting against one of those in, I can't remember if I was using, I guess I was using probably my, British tanks last night. Yeah, that's right. It was, my Centurion Mark 10, and, I hit it with an APDS round from not that really far of a distance, maybe a few hundred meters, and, it bounced. 105mm APDS round, and it bounced off the thing, like hit it flat where the little gunner, I don't even know what you want to call it, the little gunner hatch thing is. The little gunner dome. And yeah, it bounced off. Thought that was rather entertaining, rather disheartening, but it's like, okay, let's see if that ever happens when I'm driving that thing. I love the kick up when this thing gets going down the hill. That's hilarious. See if we can capture here. It's kind of a boring battle. A little bit interesting fighting at the beginning, but pretty boring after that. Sorry, guys. Our team kind of wiped them a little bit. Looks like most of the enemy team must have decided to do their fighting at A. And I went to C, so it's kind of boring at low tiers. If that happens. There's still a few of them left. Look at the team difference. Good, and people are adding to our team? What is going on with the matchmaking? Somebody just joined in on our team. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more players than they have. Now, I know some of their players have left out after they got killed, but I don't think it was 6 of them, and that's still... That's not good. Come on, matchmaker. That's not good at all. This guy's joining in. I mean, look at all these guys must have joined in late. That's not... Well, anyway. See you in battle number 4. I thought I was going to survive that one, actually. Got distracted by the matchmaking. Alright. So, as you saw, battle number 4, or this is battle number 4 rather, as you saw at the end of battle number 3, the Chiha is already spaded. With 1,500 extra modification research points left over. That's what happens when you're playing low tiers, where the research costs for modifications are extremely low, and you have a premium account, and you want a... Whoa. Hello, Ping, you can come back now. And you got a talisman and a random crate halfway through the Ho-Ro battle for this tank, and you also have a premium account. Pretty crazy. So something that I've noticed that I forgot to talk about in one of my other videos that I'm thinking is probably what happened here, looking at my ping, is if your waiting time takes a while and you only have one server in, for instance, I've only got US servers in because my pings are the lowest there, and I'd rather wait a little bit longer for a low ping battle, It seems that Gaijin, in one of their updates recently, and I didn't see anything about it, they may have put something about it and I just missed it, but it seems like now they are adding more servers in to your server rotation if your matchmaking is taking a while. Which I think is wrong, and I don't really like it, and I should have been paying attention, but it is, let's see, Wednesday, 22 February at 9:30 in the morning in U.S. Central Time right now, and all of the AMD Ryzen videos just got released from everybody about a half an hour ago, so I just took a little break from recording this and watched all those videos, and then had matchmaking going in the background while I was watching the last video, and I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm guessing that it must have run a little long in matchmaking, and it added in probably EU or Russia for servers for me. Anyway, we'll see you in Battle 5. Alright, gang, this will be battle number 5. And I had to go on a little bit of a buying spree there of all the tanks that I had finished unlocking and researching, because I had run into rank 3 was locked because I hadn't bought enough rank 2 tanks yet. So, bought up all the rank 2s that I had unlocked, which was all of them, and moved into rank 3. So, I started research on the NATO tank destroyer because it's a unique vehicle to the Japanese line. I could have started on the M24 or I forget what else. I don't know the Japanese tank tree that well yet. I'm getting into the more modern, like the post-war tanks right now, because the M24, the M4A3, I think, one of the Shermans that the Japanese get, those are all options I can get now. So getting into more modern tanks actually would be kind of funny, because I wasn't able to do a first 10 for the M24 or any of the Sherman lineup naturally, because I didn't start doing the first 10s until the M103 in my US lineup, so obviously anything below that I didn't get to do, unless it's been added unless it was added afterwards, like the Super Pershing, etc. So I'll actually get to do a Sherman first 10 at some point here, and do an M24 first 10, and all the other American tanks that Japan has that I obviously didn't do. So that's kind of neat. At least they won't be, you know, repeat first 10s necessarily, so that's good. This has certainly got to be the earliest I've ever spaded a tank in a first 10, of course. But I'm not about... I mean, it was just accidental that I got the talisman, which is pretty funny. I wouldn't have bought it, certainly, not for a low-tier tank. There's no way. Oh god, we are so dead. Oh my god. Forget it. You're never ever gonna survive something like that the way this thing's turret turns. Well, see you in Battle 6. Alright gang, this will be battle number 6, and it is actually a little known secret. Really no records were kept. I'm gonna drop some historical knowledge on you guys. Very, very early war Japanese tanks did actually fight in the later stages of the last days of the Battle of Berlin, so this is totally historically accurate right here. It just... the cargo submarine that delivered them was sunk by British bombers on its return home to Japan, and that's why no records were kept, because it was sunk. It also had a lot of gold and nuclear material on board, so it's really a good thing it was sunk. And if any of you guys actually believe what I just said, please let me know in the comments below. So far, through the first 5 battles with the Chiha, it's a little bit... you have to take my research gains with a slight grain of salt, because I had the talisman on it. So, cut it in half, but assume that with like the battles that you had with mine, basically you could probably spade this thing out in about 6 or 7 battles, I would think. You probably should have it spaded. I mean, I got it in 3 battles, with a talisman and a premium account, so you could probably come fairly close to that with in about twice the battles if you don't have talisman or premium. Probably be alright. Haven't really had to do a lot of long-range shooting in this thing yet. So, drop is a little off. Drop is way off. Wow. Hilariously bad. That is a low-velocity round right there. Target undamaged, but we know where he is, so we'll give him a little juice from the old artillery. And we'll get the heck out of here. Oh, we tanked one! What the hell's shooting at me? A rifleman? Must be a rifleman. Or it wasn't a rifleman. We must have just had a very lucky bounce on that one. Alright, well, we'll see you in Battle 7 then. Alright, battle number 7. It's a lesser known fact even than the Japanese early war tanks that were smuggled to Berlin and helped out in the final days of defense at Berlin, that they also helped out in the defense of Cologne along with SDKFZ 140/1s. Of course, records don't really exist of most of these things and what vehicles were left and weren't utterly, completely, and totally smashed in the last days of defending and the fall of Germany here in World War II. What vehicles were left were, of course, taken on the, they were all fighting on the eastern side of Germany and the eastern side of Berlin and Cologne, and therefore they were taken by the Russians and smuggled back to Russia, and that is why you can find some early low-tier Japanese tanks in the Kubinka Tank Museum. And again, like I said before, if you believe any of this stuff, let me know in the comments, because I am totally making this shit up as I'm driving because I'm kind of bored with this tank, and there's not a lot of research left to do or really things to talk about with it. The turret drive is extremely slow, so you're going to have to be really careful with it. It's got reasonable good speed for a Japanese tank. The gun doesn't seem to be terribly good. It's reasonably accurate, but the accuracy falls off a bit at longer ranges because it's very low velocity. And that, of course, affects its penetration as well. It's only a 57mm gun, so it's not really going to do a whole lot of some of the things you're going to see anyways. If you get up to your, God help you, it's Japanese. And, oop, it's an 88. And there we go. Oh. The commander is also the gunner, apparently. Yeah, that makes sense. The other guy's the loader. Take that, you darn annoying little pre-war tank. From one annoying little pre-war tank to the other. The only thing that kind of sucks right now about this tank having the talisman on it is that I'm so far ahead of it in the research with the NATO that I'm taking a research penalty just because of how different the tiers are. That's the only thing that kind of sucks right now, as I have this talisman tank and I can't even really take a good research bonus to it just because I'm researching something that's so far above it. Oh, I actually did hit him. He's moving closer though. There we go. My dog wants to go outside. You're probably going to hear him yipping in the background here for a minute. I'll let him out in just a second. He'll be okay. It's just a nice day out and he wants to go lay in the sun. He's been outside to go to the bathroom recently, in between battles, so don't worry. He's not being abused or anything. Uh-oh. I am, though. Oh, no! Don't worry, dog. You're going to be okay. You're going to... Looks like you're going to be released to go outside in a second. Alright, well, while my tank repairs and is basically totally unable to fight anything here, I'm going to run and let my dog out, and we will see you guys in the next battle when we get set on fire here one more time. Oh my god. Come on, artillery. Come on, artillery, you can do it. Alright, well, that'll be the end of this battle, so we will see you guys in battle number 8. Okay, everybody, here's battle number 8. Only 3 battles to go. Definitely didn't need a full 10 battles for the Chiha, that's for sure. But, well, you know, gonna do it. So, one thing to talk about, that last battle, I could have had a lot of fun with a decent bomber, which I don't have in my lineup. Here's my lineup I'm doing for this one. And as you can see, nothing is a higher battle rating than the featured tank, which is the Chiha, right here, 1.3. So I had to drop my, drop the TAS A down and go with the Type 94 and went with the 1.0, 1.3. This is what's functioning as the bomber for this lineup, which of course it's really not. The bombs are horrible. I mean, 1,000-pound bombs barely kill things in tank battles right now, and I'm dropping 60-kilogram bombs. So yeah, not great. But anyway, to address that, I've mentioned this before, but I'll just say it again. Whenever I'm doing a first 10 in something, the featured vehicle is always going to be the highest battle rating. So anything else that's in my lineup is either going to be the same battle rating or lower. It cannot be higher, because that can throw off what enemies we can see. If we get maximum up-tiered, you get maximally up-tiered based on your highest... Well, you could get maximally up-tiered based on your highest battle rating. So if I had had a 1.7 or a 2.0 bomber in here for the sake of having a decent air support aircraft, I could get up-tiered to, say, up to 3.0 with this 1.3 tank. That's not going to go well. So that is why... Alright, there's an LVT somewhere. That is why I do not have any decent air support vehicles in here, just because they would expose us to some pretty bad up tiers, possibly. So, no, we're not going to get a shot on him. Where's that LVT? Right there. I see him. I think I can hit him and then hit him with artillery. Or, good lord, I forgot the drop on this thing. Man, that is a low velocity gun. And it's not that low velocity, apparently. There we go. Have some artillery, my friend, and since you're going to back up, we'll put it right there. Oh, he's not going to back up. My artillery actually might not hit him now. Oh, good lord. Or the artillery is going to hit him. Yeah, the artillery definitely got the LVT. It's actually sort of funny. Okay, so back to talking about the bombers, or any other vehicles. Uh-oh. If that Stuart looks over here, it's all over. Anyway, back to the battle rating. So the kind of the idea behind the first 10, one of the main points of the first 10... I think I could shoot through this building. Nope. One of the main points of the first 10 is kind of a truth in advertising aspect of the enemies that you can see. So if I'm getting max up tiered because of some other vehicle that isn't the featured vehicle for the first 10, you're going to potentially see enemies that you wouldn't actually see with this vehicle. And the idea is to showcase the whatever vehicle it is. So in this case, it's the 1.3 Chiha, not anything 2.0 or 3.0. So, oh god, we're so dead. This is actually really funny. It's kind of funny how long it's taken them to kill me. But anyway, that's why I've only got the... Look at all the holes in it. That's the reason I've only got the 1.0 and 1.3 aircraft to go along. But that's that. we'll see you in battle number 8. 9? Battle 9. We'll see you in battle 9. Alright, battle number 9 on my least favorite of the new maps. But it's at least a region-appropriate map for the Chiha, I guess. I didn't actually look up the Chiha prior to this first 10 to give you guys any history on or anything, and I really don't know anything about it other than Gaijin calls it a medium tank. It's got a little offset turret to the side, so they can be out of the way of the machine gunner, obviously. But I can't really tell you much about like where it is, where it was used. I will read up a little bit about it while I'm waiting for in between Battle 9 and Battle 10, and I'll give you a little any interesting history tidbits that I find. So, congratulations if you watched all the way through from to Battle 9 or 10, or if you just skipped all the way to Battle 9 or 10, that will be your reward, will be some knowledge being dropped on yo heads. Because I'm kind of trying to fill the empty space a little bit here, and without really having a lot of research left to do. And not really making research progress on... Ha! That was good artillery. Without really making research progress on the research vehicles anymore, like I was the beginning of this video, and then also in the Horo, where I researched like 3 vehicles throughout the course of the first 10. Try to stop them taking B, but well, good thing is now I can move in on B and they won't necessarily know I'm here. Wow. Oh my god, there's 2 of them. I was clicking and lost my gunner. And apparently the guy off to the right of me just isn't going to do anything. Oh, never mind, he's engaging. Good, he's engaging. Well, we'll see you in battle number 10, and I'll go read up about the Chiha a little bit here. Alright everybody, battle number 10 in the Type 97 Chiha. So, I did read up a little bit in between battle 9 and battle 10. Turns out that the Chiha was the most produced tank in the Imperial Japanese Army, except maybe for the Hago. I've read 2 different sources. One said it was the most, and one said it was the most except for the Hago. So, I don't know. Yeah. So that little post sticking up, it's either that little post sticking up right there, or it's that ring around the turret is the radio antenna. I believe it's that little round post thing sticking up out of there. I thought at first it was the, it said it was the semicircular thing, which I thought was that handrail thing, which is the radio antenna, which I thought was going to be neat because it's not sticking up in the air and it's not giving your position away, but now I think it might be that little thing sticking up there above the, I don't know, either that or that could be a vent for the machine gun smoke and stuff. I don't know. Anyway. It was developed from the Hago, which you can see the family, the family line there from the Hago. And it actually developed into a couple different tanks. The next tank in the medium line behind it is development of it as well. And that's the one with the 47mm high velocity gun, because the velocity on the gun in this tank is very low. And they found it to be rather ineffective when fighting BT-7s and BT-5s. Because their 45mm much higher velocity gun was outranging this thing by quite a distance, and they took a lot of losses. So, what else did I learn? And funnily enough, I learned that there actually are a few of these in the Great Patriotic War Museum, because they were captured at like Kalking Gol and other places. But not because they were captured at like Cologne or Berlin, like I said in my joking story there, so kind of funny still. Awesome. I like how that didn't kill this guy. What else did I learn? I learned that that didn't go through. Uh-oh, that hurt. Spent too much time messing around with that guy. Where did I just take the hit from? I'm not even sure where I just got shot from. I would assume it was up there. Oh, okay. There it is. Well, M3 Stewart. Alright. Well, we'll get the final score report and come back for the final thoughts. Alright, everybody. Final thoughts for the Type 97 Chiha. And as a bonus, you get to see my Hago commander, because I'm not about to do a first 10 with it after I already did the plain old Hago. Anyway. The low velocity on the gun is a problem. The armor protection is not great either. You can take a lot of damage from some of the heavier machine guns that the Russians have. Like the T-60 with its big machine gun was doing a lot of damage to me. T-70, those are all dangerous. BT-5 is obviously very dangerous. The turret rotation speed on the Chiha is a very big problem too. The crew is not quite as tightly packed as in this thing, but it's pretty close. You're going to take a lot of crew kill losses. And what else is there? There are no new shells to unlock or anything, so that doesn't really help you. And what else? There's not really a lot. I mean, it was very easy to spade it at such a low-tier fight, of course. And that's the way it's going to be for most of the low-tier tanks. Particularly, like I said earlier, I had a talisman on it because I won it during the Hago video. But if you don't have a talisman on yours, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because you're still gonna spade this thing pretty quickly. And then probably move on pretty quickly as well to better tanks and better vehicles. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next First 10 whenever that comes out. Probably next Friday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description below. And we'll see you guys in the next video.